Amazing beautiful people, and welcome back to another monster reaction video. So, the last episode we were introduced to Captain Spyman, who just coincidentally bumped into Tenma, except it wasn't a coincidence because he immediately knew who he was. I don't know if this guy is a journalist, or if there's something more going on, or if he is just an ex-spy journalist now. But either way, I feel like Grimmer's going to be an interesting character to keep an eye on. So, I'm going to stop talking, press that like button, press that subscribe button, and let's jump into my first reaction to Monster episode 41. So we're now in Prague. He's always smiling, man.
心理学者で精神科医だそうですね。しかも内務省での専門は科学的人格矯正。いわゆる洗脳だ。
Brainwashing。
納得いかないな。なぜただの孤児院に洗脳の専門家が院長として赴任するんだろう。子供たちを養育するだけならもっとそれに適した人材がいたでしょうに。ねえ。
帰れ。何のことかさっぱりわからん。帰りたまえ。
どこに隠したんですか。511キンダーハイムの実験結果記録。
The guy asks questions with the
よく噂されてますよ
weirdest demeanor.
ね。ベルリンの壁。
Like imagine going up to someone who's like a convicted murderer and you're like, hey, by the way, where did you hide all the bodies? I've always wondered, like, where did you hide those bodies, you know? You killed like 25 people, but they only found the bodies of half of them. Where are the rest? I've always wondered. Wouldn't it be cool if you told me? Like, it's a very weird way of approaching situations, I'm gonna be honest.
公開時に消えた東ドイツの数々の機密書類の行方。一説にはソ連に送るため列車でルーマニア経由で輸送されたが、そこで折やしく革命が起こりチャウシェスク政権が崩壊。書類の行方もそこで途絶えた。でも私はあの511の資料に関してはそうは思わない。なぜだと思います？あなたが学者だからです。学者にとって自分の研究論文やデータは命より大切なものでしょう。そう簡単に手放したりしませんよね。ぜひ見せてほしいな、その資料。
知らん。
何をやろうとしたんですか、511キンダーハイムで。
知らん。
実験は成功したんですか？人をモルモットのように扱って楽しいですか？実験は失敗だったんでしょ。1985年に511キンダーハイムは消失しています。
I wonder if he's trying a different tactic here, by the way, which is if this is you can like how do I word this? Like he just was probing this guy, trying to find out what the documents were, could see he wasn't really getting anything, and has immediately shifted his direction to now saying that his experiment was a failure, when we know it kind of was, but kind of wasn't. So if this guy's experiment was a success, and he sees it as a success in his eyes, then being a scientist, probably quite proud of his work, you know, someone saying his work failed, he might want to prove them wrong. My work didn't fail. I'm not a failure. I succeeded. Maybe that's the sort of direction he's going for here. I'm very curious in Grimmer, because Grimmer has this like positive demeanor about him, and obviously Johan being Captain Evil, manipulating son of a bitch. Grimmer doesn't seem to have any way of being manipulated. How would Johan approach a character like Grimmer? You know? A character that doesn't have any friends, have any family that we know of, has lost everybody, and is just alone. Kind of similar to Tenma in a way, I guess. Except Tenma's now got Dieter and some other people. But Grimmer has no one that we know of, and has lost his child. So that he sounds like a broken man. How would Johan ever break someone who's already broken? Grimmer almost seems like the antidote to Johan in a way.
噂じゃ施設の子供同士が殺し合ったっていうじゃないですか。
あの時私は院長の任からすでに外れていた。私には関係ない。
そう、あなたは命拾いしましたね。後任の院長はその暴動で真っ先に殺されているんですから。
私がいたらあんなことにはならなかった。実験は成功していたんだ。
There you go!
おお、つまりこういうことですか。あなたの任期の間は実験はうまくいっていた。はは、ってことは511キンダーハイムの資料はあの時すべて焼けてしまったと言われているけど、どうやらあなたの任期中の実験データだけはそっくり残っていそうですね。
あんたは危険なところに足を踏み入れている。どうなっても知らんぞ。
今度は脅しですか。私は別に怖くありませんよ。
消えろ。
いいえ、私はあなたから真実を得るまで付きまといます。
消え失せろ。二度と私の前に現れるな。消え失せろ。
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that.
おじいちゃん。帰りが遅いから迎えに来たよ。
誰そのおじさん。
ああ、なんでもない。さあ帰ろう。この件から手を引き。
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that. I got a funny feeling he is not going to do that. It's like happiness.
余生は孫に囲まれて穏やかな生活か。子供たちにあんなひどいことをした人間が。
Kind of weird, right? Bro's so tall, his feet sticking out the end of the blanket. Alright. Daddy. If you call to ask who it is and you don't hear an answer,
ペドロフ様からお届け物
don't
で
open
す。
the door.
ペドロフ、ちょっと待ってて。おー、
Is he dressed? Oh my god!
景色が悪い角部屋だけどね。こういう時便利なんだ。
One of my all-time favorite TV shows is a TV show called Burn Notice. I don't know how many of you have watching this have seen it. But it was the first TV show I ever watched weekly. Before Burn Notice, I never would stay up, wait till a time, watch a TV show. Burn Notice was the first TV show I ever did that with. And then I watched season 1, and then I ended up moving, and I didn't have the television network to watch it anymore. Years went by, and then someone got me the first season on DVD. And I was like, holy shit, I haven't seen this show in years. And then I got all the seasons on DVD, rewatched it all, fell in love with that show. The reason I'm pointing this out is because in that show, it follows a character who's a spy. And already I'm kind of getting a similar vibe with Grimmer here. And I feel like I'm going to this guy is going to be really fun. I'm excited. That was awesome. Bro was already dressed. He was dressed.
いやー、今朝早速危ない目に遭いましたよ。ホテルに妙な男たちがやってきてね。お孫さんですか？いいですね。悠々自適の生活だ。私もね、旧東ドイツ時代新聞記者やってた頃には考えられませんでしたよ。今みたいな暮らし。
God, I love Grimmer already, man. This guy's got such a fun energy about him.
社会主義体制ではフリーなんて考えられませんでしたからね。自由ってのはいい。ずっとあなたにつきまとってたっていいんだ。さっきあなたがご自宅から出てくるところから尾行させてもらいました。なかなか立派なお宅だ。お部屋も広そうだし、家賃も高いでしょう。日がない一日カフェでのんびり過ごし、孫と散歩。 今は仕事されていないのにこの暮らしぶり。お金はどこから出てるんですか？何を売ったんですか？失敗した実験データでも高く売れましたか？
あれは成功だった。
それじゃなおさら高く売れそうだ。
ほっといてくれ。もうほっといてくれ。
It's funny how he is acting, Mr. Petrov, is how I would imagine someone of his age and stature to kind of act, despite the fact that it's the wrong way to act with a person like this. And yeah, I still
やれや
reckon
れ。
that's how he
孫
would
を連
act.
れて映画を見てカフェでチョコレートパフェか。
This guy's pretty chill granddad, you know? I'm just saying, like, movies and ice cream? Now he's got his own spy bodyguard as well.
また違う子だ。1人2人3人4人5人6人。
They're not grandkids. Foster kids? Another orphanage? Experiments?
まさか。
Still doing his experiments. It's the first time we've seen him scared. Or concerned, probably be a better word. Kid looked like Dieter
Yeah.
for a second.
ペドロフさんのお宅だよね。入ってもいいかい？
The kid just lets him in?
やあ。
First of all, the two guys that came after him, do you reckon they work with Mr. Petrov? Because they mentioned him by name, which would imply that they either work with him or they're keeping an eye on him. The reason I'm asking that is because I wonder if they're going to be anywhere around now. The other thing is, if this is where he lives, why does he have this many children there? He's an old man. Does he not have any family? Didn't they find it suspicious how some old crazy scientist guy had a family to begin with that he could just retire and go live with? And the fact that the kids let him in so happily is curious as well. Maybe the reason Grimmer is so invested in this is because of the loss of his son or his child. Maybe children are his trigger, and that's why he's like a dog with a bone at the moment.
なんということだ。なんということを。あの男はまだ実験を繰り返していたなんて。
Don't let your guard down,
ド
bro.
イツとの国境に娼婦街があるだろう。この子たちはそこで生まれた子供。そしてベルリンの壁崩壊直後、貧困の中で捨てられた子もいる。
あなたはそんな子供たちを集めて、またここで511キンダーハイムの実験の続きを。
あら、ペドロフさん、お客さんですか？
ああ、構わんでいい。すぐお帰りだ。
I do not think he's conducting the experiment anymore. I may be completely wrong, but I don't think he's conducting it anymore. I've got a funny feeling he's trying to atone for his past.
晩のお食事、クネドリーキでよろしいですか？
アナさんのクネドリーキはみんなの大好物だ。511キンダーハイムの実験の続きか。何度も言うが、あそこでの実験は成功だった。続行する必要などない。
何が成功だ？
私の作り上げた教育プログラムは確実に素晴らしい人格を育成させたということだよ。
教育？あんなもののどこが教育だ？あれはただの人体実験だ。
よく考えてみたまえ。教育とは何だね。社会が要求する人間を作り上げることが教育ではないかね。どういう教育を施せば要求通りの人間を作り出せるのか。教育とは実験なのだよ。511キンダーハイム、あそこでは確かに高度な教育システムが確立されていた。
あんなひどいことをしてよくそんなことが。
ひどいこと？
ああ、あなたが子供たちにしたことをよく考えてみろ。
トップやごときが上辺だけ取材したぐらいで知ったふうなことを言うな。なんだその目は。
Keep in mind, we don't know how involved this guy was. He even said things happened after he left. So he may not be privy to what actually went down, at least fully.
子供同士が殺し合ったあの事件もあなたの実験の成果だというんですか？
言ったはずだ。あれは私が院長の任から外れた後に起きたことだ。予定外の因子の出現でプログラムに狂いが生じただけだ。
予定外の因子？
ヨハン！ヨホハン！
闇だよ。憎悪、虚無、破壊衝動、どれも人間が取り込まれやすい要因だ。それらに疲れたんだよ、あの時の511キンダーハイムは。ある一人の少年の登場でね。
それもあなたの責任じゃないという。
I wonder who that could be.
何度
Could
も
be
言う
anybody.
通り
Could be anybody.
実験は成功していた。
嘘だ。511キンダーハイムの出身者には全て共通した欠落部分がある。彼らは人を愛せない。
興味深い指摘だ。さあ、話はここまでだ。お引き取り願おう。もう私に構わんでくれ。
いえ、チェコはもう民主国家ですよ。警察に通報します。あなたはこの国で孤児院を経営する資格は持っていない。ここは無認可だ。私が通報すればあなたは逮捕されますよ。
What about the guys who came to see him?
通報しない代わりに私の持っている実験データを手渡す。取引をしようというのか。
みんな行こう。
何をする気だ。
そうだ、サッカーやろう。
サッカー
よし行こう。
何を考えてるんだ。
お聞きの通りサッカーをしに行くんですよ。
I'm just gonna say, so a stranger walks into these kids' house, they let him in, and then he invites someone out to play soccer, and they all go. There's some Johan level kids here, man. Jesus.
なあみんな、ペトロフさんに取引を持ちかけられた。でも君たちのためならそんな取引どうでもいいんだ。私が警察に通報したら君たちは自由になる。
You already know where this is going, right? The kids are happy with him. He looks after them. They're all orphans and don't have anyone else. You know, we've literally seen him take them to the movies, take them out for ice cream, play football. He's showing them loads of love. even though he seems to have a messed up fucking past, he's trying to atone for it. That's my guess.
みんなあの家から出たいだろ
No.
外はもっと自由なんだぞなあ聞いて
おじさんボールいったよ。
Yeah, a bit too hard, I might say. Like, jeez, no one can help him up.
心から楽しそうに
You never played football before? You know, I've just realized. This is Germany. No, it's Prague. But either way, it's called football. They would never, ever, ever call it soccer. Huh. That's really interesting. A little thing there, huh?
まさか
おじさん
Bro needs to calm down with his like random acts of panic and then running away. Saying, oh, they're laughing and shit like that. Because he just left the children on their own in the park, man.
待ってよおじさん。
No.
綺麗な女の人だな。
No, it's Nina.
ペドロ
Petrov.
フさんもしかして子供たちに
That's not Nina.
ペドロフさんペドロフさんしっかりしろ
You gotta love that coincidentally he wasn't shot in the head so we could have this last
誰
one.
にやられたんだペドロフさん女
Nina shot an innocent woman in the head? That looked like Nina.
ペドロフさんあなたもしかして子供たちに
鍵とカード暗証番号私の3番目の引き出しの裏側だ貸金庫に実験データとテープがある
テープ
ある少年の面接テープだ
Wonder who that
催
could be.
眠法と薬物投与による彼の過去を彼自身が語った
Oh.
511禁打ハイムを破滅に導いた怪物の
There's no... Let's be real. That looked like Nina. Now, I find it hard to believe Nina just walks up in here, just shoots an innocent woman in the damn face, and then shoots this guy and leaves. Nina is... There's no way. There's no way she'd do that. But I can't think of anyone else who would be. Ava wouldn't be this far deep. And those are the only two people we know. Unless there's a new person at play. Maybe it was Johan in a week. You know? He looks a lot like Nina. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me, man. I'm suspicious.
どうだこの子たちはどこか欠落しているかね
Well done, Grimmer, man.
ペドロフさんあなたは511キンダーハイムと異なる教育をこの子たちに
憎悪虚無破壊衝動闇に取り込まれない人間を作りたかったどうやると思うね
愛情。
まったく新しい発見だったよ。
ペドロ、
Earlier, he said the one thing that was lacking, like the kids couldn't feel, was love. And then he said interesting observation, because it's the one thing he's changed here. Love.
さん、それは親が子に向けるごく普通の自然なことだ。
い
No, they
や
don't.
実験だ。
But they should. Sad to say, as someone who has a lot of people in their life who are parents, I can tell you right now, in my experience, I'd say it's 50-50. And it's kind of sad saying that, but I know, I'd stand by it. In my experience, I would say it's 50-50, whether or not a kid gets the love they should get from their parents. Maybe you guys agree or disagree, I don't know. That's just my personal experience. I feel like when you have kids, they should just be your whole world. And I think there's a lot of people who, when they have children, just want the children to fit into their world, you know? And they see children as like when you get a dog. I get a dog, the dog is going to fit into my world, and the dog will work around my lifestyle. And when people have children, they go, right, this is my life, this is what I do, and the child will have to work around my lifestyle. Whereas in how it should be as a parent is you are now working for that child's lifestyle. And that's how it should be. And I'm sorry to say, but if you disagree with me on that, then sadly you are part of the negative 50%. Because your child should be the most important thing ever. Anyway, moving on from that. I don't really know what to say, man. It's not what I expected from this at all. Grimmer is so interesting for like an additional character to this story. He's completely different to anyone we've seen before. And he feels so necessary to something like this. Like Tenma, the way I've looked at monsters so far is we have Johan, the monster. We have Tenma, the angel. And then we've got everyone in between on morally different stages of becoming monsters, going good, back and forth on these scales, right? If we were looking at a pair of scales, we'd see Tenma on one side, Johan on the other, right? But now we've got someone like Grimmer. Where does this guy even fit? Can he be manipulated? He seems to have... The whole reason he seems to be doing this, and you could tell because his demeanor shifted when children were involved, is children. The second children were involved, he became a new man. Instead of that cheeky smile that he's been wearing so happily, he became serious and focused. Bro went from just happy-day-lucky person to John Wick in a matter of seconds. As an ex-spy, he should be very good at a number of things. First, catching him lacking in a hotel room, impossible. Like he'll if he's an ex-spy, every room will be carefully selected. He'll know when people are coming, he'll know the signs to tell, and he should be brilliant at reading people. That's something that spies are mainly taught, especially in MI5. Like spies are taught to play a person, you know? That's like their main thing. They're taught to play a person, play a role, and understand how to get information from different people. That's literally what they're supposed to do. And that seems to be what Grimmer has done so well, because he broke down Tenma's walls, got information from Tenma, and without us even realizing it, that's what he was doing. And then he did the same with Mr. Petrov here. He is that, and that is what a spy does. So to have an ex-spy in journalism is fucking terrifying, because you literally then have someone who's been trained to get information in a role where getting information is power. Which is so damn freaky. But honestly, it's going to be interesting to see how a character like Grimmer, with this kind of positive demeanor and charm, fits into a dark story like Monster, you know? Like, how is this going to affect the story? Because it already feels really different in a kind of good way. Tenma's in Prague now as well. And was that Nina? Did Nina just shoot a woman in the head? Seems unlikely, but who knows. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Press the like button. Press the subscribe button. The unblurred reactions, well, they're available on Patreon. They're uploaded early as well. Link in the description. And let's jump into. And I was gonna say, let's jump into my first time. And I don't know, my brain not working. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the